Hello, my name is Riley, and this is my debate video on why Lev should not be unwound. Lev is a 13-year-old boy. He comes from a very high-end family that is very religious to the Christian faith. Lev was originally a tihi, a sacrifice to the gods in order to help God's people. This was until reckless Connor was to kidnap him and use him as a human shield as an escape route. Lev is an intelligent boy who has become more dependent throughout the book. To defend Lev and why he should remain alive, we should look at his independence as a character. Once Lev has realized that there was no way of earning back Connor and Riza through his prior actions, Lev was now on his own. Lev had no money, no friends, no family to come back to. The reason he remained alive was through his independence, as of a grown man would, and his natural problem-solving attitude. He was able to stay alive despite having nothing. Lev finds a travel companion named Sci-Fi. With Lev's politeness and interdependence, he was able to make friends with Sci-Fi, and now they are given the challenges of not having any food nor money. After Sci-Fi explained his situation with Tyler, his body buddy, they borrowed a diamond and gold bracelet and went to a pawn shop to obtain money for food, clothes, and transportation. This is a quote by Lev. "Here's what I want, $500 cash now. Then I leave here like we never met and you can keep the bracelet." That was a quote by Lev on page 159. This quote shows a great interdependent skill by the young 13-year-old Lev and how he becomes more self-reliant, and this is a great explanation on why he should remain alive. What others could say about Lev on why he should be unwound instead of the others is that they could say that he is the youngest and he is the least wise coming from his background. But Lev is probably the wisest out of the three. Lev was a greedy kid who had everything handed to him with his parents' money. They might say that he will always have a part of him that will forever make him soft in society. But Lev has come so far from who he used to be and has gained much more experience on fending for himself than Connor and Riza have. Lev didn't have someone telling him where to meet and where to go, but he ended up at the graveyard among Connor and Riza who did. Lev went from having nothing to come seeing at the same point as Connor and Riza without any direction. That proves why Lev, who is still at a young age, is wiser and more independent than Connor and Riza, and should remain alive. What people also could say about Lev is that how he can be manipulated by his feelings and emotions that can lead to bad outcomes if the information given was misled by Lev. Lev was truly lost when Pastor Dan admitted that he had been lying this whole time, and Lev couldn't find who he was and what he was meant to do. That existing Lev could be manipulated by his feelings and emotions, but since that phone call with Pastor Dan, he evolved into a cold-blooded kid who is significantly different from the previous Lev. Lev had stopped listening to his emotions since the phone call, so this point only covers Lev from the early stages of the book. Riza should be chosen to be unwound, not Lev. Riza is super dependent on others to pull her own weight, plus some. She has never done more than expected of her, and she would affect society the least amount rather than Lev or Connor. Riza has no independent skill that would help her survive if she were to be alone. There are no references to the book where you can find Riza alone. There is a reason for this, and it's because she does not have the ability to survive on her own. And during these times of the book, if you can't survive on your own, then you shouldn't be living. Thank you.